Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has ordered an FDA review of a controversial drug used for medical abortion. The move has prompted concerns amongst reproductive rights advocates. Cronkite News reporter Ella Anderson has more on how this could impact abortion across our state.
3 weeks ago, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. directed the FDA to take another look at mifepristone, a drug approved almost 25 years ago.
At very least, the label should be changed. I've asked Marty McCary, who's the director of FDA, to do a complete review and to report back.
Arizona requires women to see a doctor in person to get a prescription, one of many restrictions now being challenged in court as violations of the state constitution. Voters passed that abortion rights amendment in November, but if the FDA revokes approval of mifepristone, it won't be easy to exercise that right, as the drug is used in 2/3 of abortions.
I do see this as something that could take away the right to abortion for Arizonans, in spite of the fact that we just told our government we want them outside of these decisions. I think whatever they find is going to be propaganda.
The FDA has expanded access to mifepristone several times since 2016 based on studies showing that fewer than 1 in 200 patients experience serious side effects. Abortion opponents say this complication rate is actually 22 times higher, pointing to a report from a conservative think tank called the Ethics and Public Policy Center. But the study is not peer-reviewed and many OBGYNs are calling it junk science. Kennedy cited this report before directing the FDA to take another look at mifepristone.
So I think it's really telling. The other side has so very quickly come out to categorize this as junk science. I think at a minimum, if you cared about women, regardless of what you think about abortion, at a minimum, you would say, you know what, this is interesting. It needs to be really evaluated by the FDA.
The group say they've studied over 865,000 insurance claims from women who were prescribed mifepristone, but has refused to share the database, which they say they've received confidentially. In Washington, Ella Anderson, Cronkite News.
Coming back to the Valley, the issue of homelessness is a huge concern, especially as the weather heats up. The Maricopa Regional Continuum of Care releases 2025 Point in Time, or PIT report. And some of the findings, they raise some concerns. Based on a count from January 27, 2025, 9,734 people in Maricopa County were experiencing homelessness. Now, 47 of those people were reported to be sheltered, while 53% were reported to be unsheltered. Overall, that's a 3% increase within the year, and with the biggest increase in unsheltered individuals at 28%. Now, breaking down some demographics, 64% of the county's homeless are male, 35% are female, while 1% identifies transgender or non-binary. Now, if you look at the age groups, the largest group experiencing homelessness are adults, age 35 to 44. Now, they make up 23% of the population. 81% of the PIT count is age 25 or higher, but it's worth noting that 12% of the population age 0 to 17 are homeless. So now these numbers come as no surprise to government officials.
This in particular relates to people who are on Social Security, fixed income of any kind, older adults, people with chronic mental health issues or substance use issues, just like kind of the vulnerable populations that we see falling into homelessness regularly. Those folks are not going to get out of homelessness without more resources.
Now, to get a sense of where many of these folks are experiencing homelessness, the Central Valley has more than 3,700 people experiencing it, while the East Valley shows 944 people, and the West Valley was tallied at 499. And with the temperatures rising to the 100s, people who work with unsheltered individuals have an immediate plan.
We have a map that you can access online that shows anybody who's got a heat-related issue or is working with someone with one of those issues, where they can go to get out of the heat.
And to see this map and find other resources to stay out of the heat, you can visit the Maricopa Association of Governments website.
The WNBA is filled with grit, talent, competition, and now sibling rivalry. The Westbeld sisters have seen each other play throughout their lives, but this time they face each other on the biggest stage.
From long hours in the gym to watching each other succeed, Phoenix Mercury forward Catherine Westbeld and her sister, Chicago Sky forward Maddie Westbeld, are rookies in the WNBA. Their partnership remains, but during the season, they face each other as opponents.
It's literally a dream come true for the both of us, and I'm so proud of her, and she's just a testament of resilience.
Kettering, Ohio natives, the Westbeld sisters share an eagerness to learn the game. When Catherine, who is 6 years older, was playing overseas, she would FaceTime her younger sister, guiding the 16th pick in the 2025 draft as she approached her rookie season.
It's easy when you have, someone like that who's trying to learn. She's learned from my mistakes and, from my accomplishments and everything. So I feel like she's well prepared for the league right now.
Catherine said growing up with a big family, they were always competing with one another. She said it was just the way that her and Maddie were built, to always have the drive to be here in the gym.
Our parents never had to ask us, let's go to the gym, let's work out, let's do this. But we were always just there and wanted to go.
Before starting her rookie season with the Mercury, Catherine played for a team in the Hungarian Professional Basketball League. Using her experience, she gave Maddie some advice about playing professionally.
Even in college, I was asking her questions. So she was always giving me advice and, where she was in my shoes, but then also, where I was about to be coming into the league.
Having international basketball experience allowed players to connect through traveling the world, especially in the WNBA. Mercury guard Lexi Held said she realized how small the basketball world is from playing overseas.
It makes it really fun to be able to connect in ways like that when you come into an environment that can be so daunting, and then you really realize you have a lot of familiarities and similarities, and we're all just here to play basketball.
Catherine said it is important for her younger sister to enjoy this moment because she is only a rookie once. Even though they play for different teams, both sisters appreciate having each other as they navigate the season together. In Phoenix, Eve McFarland, Cronkite News.